immediately gather the evidence, get you the medical care you need with no deductible and no copay to you, and get you the compensation and the money you deserve for your injuries. And if there's no recovery, there's no fees charged to you. I'm attorney Daniel Woodbury. I know how to fight truck companies. Call me 800-325-1454 for your free consultation. 800-325-1454.
KCAA.
The doctor is in. Welcome to the Psychic Love Doctor Show with host Deborah Lee. Deborah has been practicing, teaching, and perfecting the personal prophecy card reading method for 20 plus years. This life-affirming, highly perceptive reading method has taught Deborah how to zero in on specific problems with relationships, career pursuits, and current roadblocks to success and happiness. This inspiring show will help you never feel helpless in life or love ever again. Now, here's your host, Deborah Lee.
Welcome, welcome, everyone. This is Deborah Lee. I am the host of the Psychic Love Doctor Show. It is TGIF, and also we are here ready to give you readings, ready to share some good advice, and just help you to let your hair down. So Stacy is my co-host. I know some of you will remember her from previous shows. She is awesome. This girl's also a card reader, so she'll be throwing in her, well, it's more than 2 cents. I think it's more like 75 or 80 cents. So anyway, for those of you listening for the very first time, and that would be either on KCAA or right now as we are broadcasting on Facebook Live on the Psychic Love Doctor Show page. All I use in giving readings is, as I'm showing our Facebook audience right now, an ordinary deck of playing cards. And tonight we even have a gold deck that my son, who's in the Navy, brought home from Bahrain. And this deck is probably going to be, well, worth its weight in gold. So this is a method that my grandmother taught me well over 30 years ago. It's amazing, it's insightful, it's dynamic. I mean, I can't even think of enough adjectives to describe this particular method. Now, this is what we will be doing, so please call us so we can get you on the air and give you a free personal prophecy reading. The number, Stacy, is
909-792-5222.
And those of you that are regulars, you know we always come with a topic in hand, and boy, do we have one for you today. We're going to talk about, how are we going to word this, Stacy? Dating multiple men? No, multiple relationships. The balancing act of multiple relationships. Love it. There it is. Boom. Okay. So, well, you seem to be practicing this new, I think it's a newfangled dating strategy.
Mm-hmm. I am.
Please fill us in.
So, recently divorced after 11 years of being with the same man. And, I'm at 33 years old, I don't want to be single for the rest of my life. So one of my girlfriends suggested that I get on Plenty of Fish, Tinder, Bumble, Match.com, Cupid, and let me tell you, the men that have been in my life for the last 2 months have been beautiful and wonderful.
Wow.
Yes.
And she's got them, they are stacked up like planes over O'Hara, let me tell you.
They are.
So, give us some tips, or how do you do this?
You find a couple that you like and you start talking to them, and then you go out, and sooner than later you've got 5 dates in the last 7 days.
Wow, that's quite a whirlwind for dating.
It is.
Now,
it is.
Do you find yourself possibly not saying the right name?
No, because I just won't say their name.
I guess that's a fail-safe way.
Or if I do slip, I'll be like, oh, well, that's my brother's name. But then I have to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, try the one that I always fall back on because I'm constantly calling people by names that I think they should have.
Oh, yeah.
So what I always say, and usually it's true, is that I'm experiencing a past life connection.
Yes, that works too.
To Mike instead of John, who is standing in front of me.
Yep.
So you feel that any woman could engage in this type of dating?
Oh, there is men. I don't want to say they're desperate nowadays, but at 33 years old, I know that I'll have a certified used model man, which means divorced, a horrible relationship, and ultimately they just want to be treated well. Like a lot of men nowadays, surprisingly, are not the ones that want to have one-night stands. And I'm not saying that I'm having a bunch of one-night stands either, because I'm not. I value myself more than a Chick-fil-A sandwich on Sundays. But it's finding a man that's on the same wavelength as you as far as a relationship goes. Like right now, I'm not looking for anything serious. If it were to happen, then it happens. But right now, it's, hey, well, are you busy tonight? And I usually will say yes, just because I don't want to be too available. And then they're like, oh, well, how about Friday? Friday sounds great. What are we doing? And then that's how you end up with 5 dates.
Well, now, and you have to admit, you have a bit of an edge. You are successful. You're very self-confident.
Yes.
Gorgeous. Just kind of goes with the whole look here. I mean, you've got it all going on. Smart. You don't have to be hunting down a husband.
No. And that's the allure, is when you say, like, I'm a Bears fan. Why wouldn't any woman want to date a Bears fan? We're not looking for a ring.
And she's funny.
And when men hear that and you can relate it to things that they like and know, then they're like, this woman, that's it. Let's go. Let's go out.
So let me ask you a question. Are you like men typically, just typically, folks, once they hear that L word, the girl gets dumped?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Or once you sleep with them, it's usually over. Except unless it's like really, like we were talking about before, unless he's very adventurous and he wants to be seen again. If not, definitely don't sleep with anyone on the first date or second or third. Let them wait it out so that you can actually know what kind of person they are. But as soon as I hear the L word,
you're out of there?
I promise you, I'm probably not going to see you again.
Really?
Especially after it's only been like 1 or 2 dates. Like, I could fall in love with you. No, you could not fall in love with me, because then that means a commitment.
Well, and that's not on your list of priorities now either.
No, absolutely not. Nope, I'm going out and having fun, meeting a lot of amazing people, doing a lot of awesome things.
But let's be realistic. An awful lot of the women out there, we're probably going to get a lot of letters, but a lot of the women out there are hunting for husbands.
Oh, they are, and it's so funny because when I hear of one, I actually see them like with a bow and arrow, like physically hunting, like their energy is just hunting. And it's crazy because it's like, I don't like men want to be hunted. Men want to be the hunter. Let them come to you, because I promise you they will.
They will. Just as we women would literally walk through fire for a guy we want to have a date with.
Oh, yeah.
I think a guy will pursue you if you are pursuable in his mind.
Yes.
So that means don't try too hard, ladies, right?
No, don't
throw it out there like, it's up for grabs. Yeah. And I'm not just referring to your anatomy. I'm referring to your mystique, your everything.
And a lot of the men that I've been dating lately, so we're in Virginia Beach, we're in a military town, so they're all military guys, and they love sarcasm. They actually like women that swear, which is kind of strange. And when they
do,
when we actually go out on dates and stuff, they actually want to see you as you. Like Monday night, I went out with a gentleman, and he's very clean cut. He was wearing a blue polo shirt and like khaki pants with brown like boat shoe looking shoes and a black fleece. And I show up in skinny jeans, a pair of Chuck Taylors, and a shirt that says "Being bad ain't easy." And we looked like the odd couple, because here he is, very clean cut, clearly works at some type of like an office job, and then I'm covered in tattoos. So
Yes, she is. They're gorgeous, though.
So we got a lot of looks at the restaurant. And then last night, I met up with another guy, fairly clean cut, looked like he was probably in the military. And I had just gotten done at the gym, and I told him, I said, hey, like, I would love to meet up with you, except, you know, I live an hour away from you. So if you want to meet up tonight, I'll leave right from the gym, and I'll meet you here. But, like, I'm just warning you, I'm not going to be showered or changed. Like, I'm in my gym clothes, I'm sweaty, I stink. And he was like, oh, I love it.
Yeah, see, I think part of it is being so down to earth that they don't have to try to entertain you with their amazingness, because they can just be themselves too. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of women sometimes miss the mark by putting on these airs you know, just be who you are, truly.
Absolutely, be who you are.
And if they can't accept that, then, you know.
Then they're not for you.
Exactly. So we need somebody to call us and kick this off. Who out there wants to be the icebreaker? The number is
909-792-5222.
And it doesn't have to be a love question. Personal prophecy covers every aspect of your life, whether it's career, your family, your children, your friends, your coworkers, what you hope and dream of. I mean, it can. If you want to know how somebody from your past is feeling about you right now today, we can do that. That is also the beauty of personal prophecy, where we are going to be drawing insight from your life right now as we are sitting in the present. But what we're also going to be able to do is improve the future before you even get there by seeing it in advance.
I think we have a question on Snapchat.
This is an awesome, awesome tool. And Stacy thinks we've got ourselves a live one.
So his name is Ted. And he is calling, or he is texting in from Colorado, and he said he just met a wonderful woman. They've been out a few times, and he wants to know where the relationship is going.
Well, Ted, let me take a look. And Stacy, you will keep us from experiencing dead air.
So that's what actually the biggest questions that we get in are, you know, where's this relationship going? What can I expect from it? So now Deborah is doing a 24-card layout.
Yes,
indeed. 24-card layout, if I can do math correctly. And she'll give Ted a full reading about this woman that he apparently wants to know about.
And the thing is, see, a lot of others who give on-air readings, whether it's on, you know, any of the various platforms like Facebook, I don't want to do just a quickie on you. I want to see the whole picture. And that's what doing the whole 24-card layout actually provides. It gives me the whole playing field to look at it. If I see anything really remarkable, I will also add that before I let you go.
Let's see what the romance angels say.
Okay, well, I hate to say it, Ted, but I think this woman isn't quite ready to, you know, basically get into a relationship. So what you're going to have to do is go slow. Take it easy. No pressure. You put any kind of pressure or stress on her, she's going to be out the door. So it may take longer than he'd want to wait around.
Yeah, I don't see you waiting for her either. Like, the dates have been fun, and you guys probably clicked on, like, a very platonic level. You're probably also very attractive. But I pulled up the codependency card, which could be that she's got an alcohol problem or a drug problem, or maybe she's even looking for someone to be the father of her children.
And also that codependency could also be on a relationship where she's just looking for somebody, but
to feel validated.
But this would not, within the field of your life, be the right choice for Ted.
No.
So, Ted, we're sorry, but we do give honest, realistic readings. We don't want to be pumping sunshine up your skirt just to make you feel good.
Definitely not.
So, Ted, don't worry. I saw other contenders for love in your cards. It's just a matter of time. So, okay, we should also, I promised that we would look in on Ellie and Andrew.
Oh, yes.
Now, Ellie and Andrew have been a continuing, well, what should we call it? Like a series or a...
So when I see their energy, I see like little sitcoms where it's on again, like they're on, you know, channel 53 from June until September, and then they've got a season break, and then they come back.
And it is very much like that. Here's the deal. Andrew is a highly eligible man to marry, to have a family with. Here's the clinker in the whole deal. He has recently been divorced and has had a very hard time getting over the pain of that. You know, it isn't always us that end up on the losing end in a divorce. Men often suffer tremendously.
Oh, yes.
So we're looking to see how things are shaping up for the two of them. The last time we looked, it seemed that Andrew was gaining a little bit more confidence, coming forward and speaking more emotionally about the possibility of a future with Ellie. Oh, and I'm seeing that it is even getting better. There is a small, minute indication here that he has developed a bit of a drinking problem since that divorce, but I feel Ellie holds tremendous power to be able to help him let go of the bottle. And a lot of times that's just a knee-jerk response to pain, suffering, to loneliness, and it's not really what a person wants. So, Ellie, more power to you. You keep being the woman of this man's dreams. I see things are really pushing forward. What are you getting now?
So I have let your friends help you. So basically this needs to be a friendship-based relationship where you don't friend zone each other, but you build a common platonic bond.
And it's right here also. I want to tell all of you the one thing that has been prevalent in all personal prophecy readings is that friendship is the best foundation there is for marriage or a long-term commitment. Think about it. And the young people don't really get this when they come in to see me for readings. But, you know, you have this romantic and passionate tickle, shall we say?
Yeah.
You know, eventually you got to get out of bed, and there better be somebody there that you can talk to, that you can share things with.
And I also have keep an open mind and make the effort. So he is worth the effort, but it's going to take some time and some healing on his part in order to be the best man for Ellie.
I agree. So there you go, Ellie. There's your update for the week. Do you have others?
I do. I have Amy from Tampa, and she wants to know if she can have a reading about Danny, who she just started seeing.
Oh, see, these are wonderful opportunities for a reading when you've just embarked on a new dating relationship with someone. This is where we can pretty much give you an idea of what is down the road for you. So,
Amy deserves the gold cards.
Oh, does she? Amy, you're getting gold. Just for you, darling. Ooh, and they shuffle so nicely.
They do. They shuffle very nicely.
So here we go. This is about Amy, who has met Danny. All right, here we go. Amy and Danny.
Oh, I don't know. I feel the energy. It feels good.
It does to me too.
It does. Yeah, it feels very positive.
Feels kind of giggly.
She's giggly too. I think she's giggly. Yeah, I think she's giggly too.
And you know that can really charm a guy when you're the kind of person that is so upbeat. Daryl, you're sitting there behind the camera and being all quiet. How about if you speak up for your
male counterparts?
Yes. You are speaking now for men all around the world.
Such a proud species.
Yes, and tell us, what endears, a woman to a man? What does he love, in general?
Attention, respect, good food.
So the way to a man's heart really is through his stomach. That's what you're saying, and fixing things.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, feeling needed.
Yes.
And what about her? Her personality?
Yeah, her personality, her looks.
Her humor?
Yeah.
Her sexiness? Yeah. See, he's just going to agree with anything.
Oh, of course, yeah, because you guys have been married for so long, he knows better to not agree.
We have had our disagreements, but he knows when to say uncle.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for
Hopefully
Amy,
that's not your safe word.
Amy, let's see. This is another one of these relationships that's going to have to percolate a little bit. All right, and I think more of the hesitancy is on her part.
Oh.
That maybe it wouldn't hurt for her to take her time.
Yeah, so I got that too.
Well, Hey, there you go. What does it say?
So it says this could be the one,
Mm-hmm.
but you need to retreat back into yourself and really decide if you personally are ready. Because once you go all in with this man,
Yes.
then like wedding bells.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right here under Sure to Come True. Boom. You could easily end up married to this man, but don't let the roller coaster you're on go too fast, because she could wake up and go, whoa, what did I do?
Yeah.
You want to be sure. You want to be sure.
And then trust in your instincts. If you think it's going too fast or not fast enough, then ultimately the ball is in your court.
And the right man will wait.
Yes.
He will slow down. He will jump through hoops for you. Now, Gerald, of course, I'm not trying to, belittle your male
Species.
Yes.
Such a proud species.
But it is our job to tame the beast, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimately, every man, no matter how free-spirited they are, at least from my perspective, they want to be husband. They want to be tamed. You sometimes have to tame the beast, and sometimes it can be difficult. But the wildest of horses can become mustangs and be saddle broken.
Look at that.
And that's how it is with men, too.
But don't go into a marriage thinking I'll change his bad habits.
Because you're not.
You won't.
If he shaves and doesn't clean out the sink now, 10 years down the road, you're still going to be cleaning out the same sink.
The deal breaker is the toilet seat. I'm sorry, but it is. What do you say to
Sometimes
that?
you need to learn how to work with a toilet seat. So on one of my dates, we actually discussed that.
Did you?
Yes. And he's like, so what are your feelings about the toilet seat always being up? It's a toilet seat. It's got up position. It's got down position. Hopefully it never sticks in the middle. But you just got to learn how to work with it.
The thing is, if you look at the design, it is designed for everything to be down. Same as the toilet paper is supposed to roll across the top.
It is, yes. It is. It is.
I mean, engineers have worked on this.
It's
NASA.
true. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. All right, so who's our next caller?
Yeah, come on.
Call, text message, Facebook Live.
Yeah, you must have somebody for us. He says they're all sitting silent.
Pretty much.
Nobody wants to get a reading.
Don't be shy.
Here we go. We can do what about Zach?
Yes, all right.
And see, he said, recently I went out with my first date in 8 years.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that this could be a serious relationship. Where do you see it going?
Oh, okay. Boy, Zach gets right to the point, doesn't he? And
8 years.
8 years, really?
8 years. What were you doing for the last 8 years, Zach? Having a little alone time?
Did you say alone or no? Okay, I think we got that. Just a moment.
Visiting Rosie and her sisters.
He said that he was in a horrible marriage,
Yeah.
and he's recently divorced, and now it's time for him to get back in the dating pool.
So why do people endure what is apparently really a miserable situation? I've never really understood that. Why you wouldn't value not only your own happiness, but hers or his.
And a lot of people say that we're staying together for the kids. You need to be an example to your children as to how a marriage should be and how a husband and a wife should love each other. So staying together for the kids, in my mind, although I don't have any children, I have 2 little corgis.
They're children.
And they and I wouldn't want to stay with somebody I wasn't happy with for them, because ultimately children know, they're very intuitive.
You know, Dr. Phil, and I don't quote him a lot. Him and I have a hate-love relationship through the television.
Yeah.
But he has so often said, children would rather come from a broken home than live in one.
Yes.
And I agree with that.
Yes.
And, you know, a lot of times kids feel they're the ones responsible for all of the turmoil within the home. Now let's go jump back to Zach. Are we jump? Oh.
Actually, we're going to take a 10-second break.
So hold your breath. We'll be right back.
And then we'll be back to talk about Zach.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, K292FQ Riverside, and K293CF Moreno Valley.
Question. Huh? Oh. Oh, hey, here we are back. If you were waiting breathlessly to find out about Zach and this relationship, well, I wish you all knew what these cards meant like I do, because for Zach, he thinks this is his golden ticket, and I am using the golden cards. This is where true happiness, self-fulfillment, every hope and dream for him exists.
Wow.
So he is turned toward this relationship, what he wants, what he feels that he can bring to it, and the future. I mean, this guy really wants to see this develop into a lasting, permanent relationship. Excuse me.
So I have the passion card.
Mm-hmm.
The retreat, and make sure that you know that you are going down this path, because once you go down this path with this woman, that's it. And engagement.
Wow, look at that. See?
Wow, Zach.
Hey, Zach, there's wedding bells.
Looks like the last 8 years haven't been a waste.
And we now have Joy from California sitting in the wings. Hey, Joy, good to hear from you.
Hi.
How are you this evening?
I'm good. Just got off work.
Just got off work. Well,
but I also just got a call because I'm going to have an operation in June, and I was wondering if you could tell how's it going to go for me.
okay, you are facing an operation in June. Now,
Correct.
when we go to do these types of readings, we have to put out there to keep the internet gods and probably the radio gods too, and keep them happy. We have to say that we are not medical doctors, nor are we lawyers.
Nope.
We can give you insight, but we cannot diagnose or
treat.
What? Yeah. And what card just fell out?
Oh.
Understood.
For her.
If you believe. So this is the law of attraction card. You're obviously scared about your surgery, or you wouldn't be calling in. So what you need to do is you need to physically see yourself making it through the surgery perfectly fine with extremely talented doctors, with very knowledgeable anesthesiologists, and pulling out way better than you were before.
And the reason I asked Stacy what card just fell out of the deck is my grandmother used to say, if it falls to the floor, it comes to the door.
Yeah.
And, well, it fell to the table, but same thing.
It was going to fall to the floor. I just have good reflexes.
Okay, no, I'm going to be silent for a moment or so as I lay out your cards, Joy.
Okay.
Okay. And I do want to say to you that I used this method religiously, excuse me, when my husband Daryl, well, it's 6.5 years ago now, was first being diagnosed with renal cell carcinoma. It was a pretty bad situation. Yeah. And I wanted to know exactly about his medical team. Where was their focus? Mm-hmm. What kind of, medical professionals were we dealing with? And his surgeon, believe it or not, came through in the cards like a kid playing a video game. That he approached serious cases like Daryl's, like a game, and he was going in to win. And it was really kind of ironic because after the surgery, which was almost all day, when he came to tell me the outcome and how things had resulted, he actually knelt next to my chair, rubbed his hands together. It was like he was going to say, okay, now here's how the game went.
All right, so this is the play we're going to use. Yeah. You're going to pass to him, and he's going to pass over there, and then they're going to shoot. Yeah.
Okay, for you, Joy, I want to assure you, I think it's going to go beautifully for you. And you really, like Stacy was saying, visualize yourself coming through this surgery with flying colors. I see nothing here to indicate that there will be any cause of concern. Maybe a little bit of sorrow on your part to even have to go through this at all. But I guess it's one of the tiniest bitter pills that we might have to take within our lifetime. Yep. So I want you to know I see nothing but a bright, beautiful road ahead of you.
Oh, beautiful. Can you tell where my surgery is going to be on my body?
I'm sorry, what was the last
you want to know what body part?
No, I just want to know if you guys can see what body parts being operated on.
I keep getting like gallbladder, but I'm not a medical intuitive.
No, and I'm not either, I'm sorry to say. I can simply tell you the atmosphere and the, how things look as the outcome.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not sure where the gallbladder's at, but it's somewhere, I think, in your stomach. That's what I'm picking up.
No, I'm getting a knee replacement.
Knee replacement? Oh, wow, it's way up.
Well, that's kind of far from
It's kind of up if my knees are up.
It's
Okay,
going to
I
go
thought that
just
was
fine.
another-
Now, you make sure that you follow all of their instructions.
Oh, I
You know,
will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes we women, we try to do too much too soon, and this is one time when you need to kick back and let your body
Do
recover.
what they say.
And then
I thought it
I
was-
asked if you're gonna have any issues, and I got no, resounding
beautiful.
no.
I believe you.
Yep. Don't stop what you're doing. So you need this surgery. Obviously, it's a knee. You need your knee to work.
Oh, heck yeah.
And listen to your intuition. So if something doesn't sound right, say something. You're your biggest advocate, especially when it comes
Exactly.
to surgeries. But at the same time, if, just like we were saying with the law of attraction, make sure that you see yourself being successful. And also, again, I'm not a medical intuitive, so the fact I picked up your gallbladder, I'm not really sure. You may want to go get a test of some kind done there, too.
Stacy, fill everybody in on which kind of cards you're using.
Oh, these are
With
angel. So these are angel answers by Dorian Virtue. I also have Dorian Virtue's Romance Angels, and then I also have the Oracles of Shadow and Light from Lucy
Wow.
Kardash.
Stacy is quite a, you have quite a spectrum.
I do. I have a lot of modalities.
Yes, she does. She's even got her
Okay,
pendulum
Oh,
here.
yes, and I have a pendulum, too. Pendulum.
Okay, Stacey, then what does the romance angel say about me?
So do you have a
Okay.
particular person in mind?
No.
I was going to say I didn't pick up on anyone.
I'm glad she asked. That's interesting. So Stacy is now shuffling these oversized cards.
Yeah, I hear her.
They are huge. And we'll see what she's going to get for
What's the
you.
call-in number again?
909-792-5222. So, I pulled chemistry, which means that there's someone waiting in the wings for you. However, the last ex you have, you're not completely over him. And that's okay. It's okay to have to wait. Because what's divinely yours will be yours by divine right. Which means that you might meet someone that you want to be with, but the relationship doesn't work out right now. But 6 years down the road, it may. Because you are worth waiting for.
Now I'm looking at personal prophecy to kind of build off of what you just said with your angel answer cards, Stacy. So we'll see what I am getting here.
And I see a guy with like green eyes.
I definitely do see. She's got a couple of different men here.
Oh, you do.
Someone near to her home who seems to do maintenance or some gardening or something. I feel that it's very hands-on kind of work, very creative. There's one of that sort in your cards. There is also another one. Is this the one you were referring to?
Yeah, the green-eyed guy.
Yes, and the card attached is a card of serendipity. And what I feel you are going to do is meet this man when you very least expect to. He's going to turn and look at you, and he is simply going to know that you're the one. I mean, it's like a love story, really. And we can't wait till you call us up and say, guess what, ladies? I've met him.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You may know him now.
Yes, you may know him now.
Yeah.
But we'll have to wait and see. We have Lisa from Boston waiting breathlessly to get on the air. So Joy, will you please keep us posted and get a hold of us after your surgery, please?
Okay, lady.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, and same to you. Same to all the mothers out there. Thank you.
Okay, my friends. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I think you're a mother, too, to those darling
I do. I
corgis.
have 2 corgis, and they're amazing.
Okay, Lisa, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Hi,
Oh,
ladies.
there she-
How are you?
Oh, well, right now tonight we are doing great. How are
Good,
you?
good. I'm well, but I am needing some guidance and some help.
Okay, that's what we're here for.
Yes, and I'm. Trust me, I am so happy and blessed that you are.
Aww.
I know that your guidance is very clear and spot on.
Well, you just made my whole week.
Yeah.
Okay, now go ahead. Tell us all about it.
I'm actually wanting to release energetically myself from this gentleman. I don't even want to call him a gentleman. This person by the name of Alan. You know who I'm
Yes.
talking about.
I do.
I want to move on.
She's already got a card up for you.
So
Oh my gosh.
it means, so this says peaceful resolution. So you want to release yourself energetically from him.
Yeah.
A lot of times, and it's very strange because all these cards have multiple people on them except for the 3 that I pulled. To me, it means that you need to cut cords.
Yeah.
So cords develop between our chakras for people that we have been involved with. There are heart cords for people that you love, think you loved, or material possessions that you're really attached to. Root chakras will attach to the ground because that keeps us grounded in the world. The sacral chakra is what guards our sexual energy. Solar plexus is the gut feeling we get when we are successful or are not successful. So in order to release yourself energetically, what you need to do is cut any of the cords that you feel might have been established between him. Now, I see one heart chakra cord to him, and it kind of looks like a red piece of twine that I would pull my tooth out with. Mm-hmm. And then there's also a sacral chakra, which means that you guys had been intimate at one time. So
not in this life. Not in this life. Maybe in another life.
Or it could be that it's not necessarily sexually intimate.
Okay.
It could be intimate conversations about things that you don't generally tell anyone.
Right, yes. Yes.
And you need to cut those cords. And it's very simple to do. Different healers do it different ways. I just ask Archangel Michael to come in with his sword of love and light and to cut any cords that are no longer suiting me. Okay. And once you cut them, you just seal it off. So like me, I like fire, so I pretend like I am singeing the end of the cord so it can't ever grow back. You may want to, pack the cord back in and, put a lock on it so it doesn't move.
Okay.
That's very interesting, Stacy. That is very interesting. Lisa, for you, I laid out the cards like we usually do. What I am perceiving is that there is somebody new coming on the scene for you so soon you could practically reach out right now and touch him. And this is going to be a meeting of the two of you, coming together, and it's filled with healing light. I mean, she's got, look at it, it's so dynamic. And this is going to make you think, Alan who?
Yes.
Yeah, and
we all love those men that make you come in there.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be the one for you, and it's very soon. This is very likely somebody that's coming on the scene through your work, not necessarily in the direct area where you are working, but I feel that there is some common work here shared, and you will hit it off, right out from the start. And I see the potential for this to be something that will not only knock your socks off, but it's going to knock Alan right out of the ballpark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I really need to knock him out of the ballpark. His behavior. I don't understand why he's just like really nasty, and he throws basically like other women.
Well, he's got a lot of underlying issues.
Oh, yeah.
The man should really get himself some counseling, from what I can see. Yeah. And the best thing you can do is keep yourself separated, disconnected from this.
I do.
And so whenever he treats you like this, and this is a lot easier to say than it is done. Realize that it's nothing about you, it's about him and how he feels about himself. So if he feels that, he needs multiple women or he needs to treat you badly, that's a reflection on his self-esteem and where he's at in his lifetime.
And also, I've always felt about this particular man that he feels very, like
he
insecure.
Looks like a little stick of dynamite, like a little TNT pocket.
He's insecure about his own anatomy. Like he doesn't have,
his gear shifter's a little short.
Yeah, that's where we were trying to head. And that right there can really I would think that would make a man really cranky.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me ask you this. So then, why? Because he is. I'm aware and I know that he's sexually flirting with a woman in the office. They go back and forth. And if is this something that he does? Because I know him. He's a tease.
Yeah, and he did it with you too.
Yes.
Yeah. So see, I think this is
someone else.
It's like a little game he plays.
Yeah.
Then when it starts to move in a direction where he may have to reveal himself, then he just sort of disappears. And, really, I think the less time and energy you waste on him, the better. It's time. There's a way better man coming for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you ought to call us next Friday, and we could really delve into that. We have another lady waiting to come on board. So, Lisa, do these things that Stacy has mentioned about cutting the cords. You could probably read up on it on the internet also.
I will. Ladies, thank you as always. Thank you.
Have a wonderful Friday.
And we love hearing from you. We do.
Oh, happy Mother's Day, both of you.
And same to you, my dear. Thank you.
Many blessings. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a big concern, I think, for a lot of women is
you don't want a small shifter.
Okie doke. And on that note, we're going to go to Karen from Michigan. Hello, Karen.
Karen, are you there?
Yeah, hello.
There you are. Hi, Karen. How are you this evening?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Well, we're kind of really having a good time tonight. We feel like we're really clicking. What can we do for you, hon?
Well, in the last few years, I've had some health problems and stuff, but I've changed a lot of things. I'm getting a lot stronger, getting better, feeling a lot better about myself. This coming Wednesday, I have a very important event coming up in my life, and kind of a meeting, and I'm just getting so nervous and so my strength is there. I feel I'm going to do good. I just was wondering what your thoughts on that were. I just wanted some input on how am I going to come out of this coming week.
Okay.
So let me ask you what's making you so nervous, because you're a confident woman. Is this a work meeting? What kind of meeting is it?
There's been a man in my life that I've liked since I was 10 years old, but throughout the years, he's done a lot of really bad stuff to me, and I'm going to have a meeting, and possibly he's going to be there, and I've loved this man dearly, but he's done so much stuff to me that I'm finally standing up for myself, and I'm one to pretty much lay the cards out on the table. Good. And I get so freaked out when he's brought up, or when I have to speak about things that have happened.
Okay, well, Stacy's going to go first here.
So this is the perfect time for you, not only with this meeting, but for you to really harness your power as I don't want to say dominant woman, because it's not that you need to dominate this man. It's just he needs to see this new confidence from you, because you recently chose a new direction in your life. And this could be the direction that you need to go into to really make sure that what you're doing is in line with the path, with your life path and your soul contract. You also need to listen to your intuition, where if you need to reschedule the meeting or ask that he's not there, then that's what you need to do, because ultimately your life is about you and what makes you happy. And if he's making you nervous, then there's no reason why he needs to be there. So listen to what your gut says, and the little voice in your head that says duck, listen to that.
Now, my interpretation of all of this using personal prophecy method is that, Karen, you're going to have to go in and be really direct. You're going to have to be very sure of yourself and basically put your foot down. And say,
that's exactly how I feel, and I'm ready to do that. I just hope that nothing inside me stops I know what I have to do.
Yes, and you know, his treatment toward you is really not appropriate. I think it has done definitely more harm than good.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're really doing is calling him out for having been abusive in his ways.
And just like we were talking with the last caller, you know, cut the cord, sever the ties. And the way he treats you has nothing to do with you and everything with the way that he was raised or how he thinks of himself.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking up on that too, Stacy, definitely. But I think it's going to go beautifully for you. I think you really should expect the best. I know they say, what is it? Prepare,
I don't know. Think about the best, but prepare for the worst.
Yeah, well, I think you just should really prepare for the best. This is your moment. Go ahead, hon.
That's what I feel, too. I feel this is going to go well. I'm strong. I'm still working on myself. There's a little bit of me that is still scared that he'll win again. Me and him have been in and out of each other's lives for 41 years now.
Wow.
And he's really done some harm to me emotionally, mentally, financially. He's broken me, and I'm standing up. And I cannot lose. There is no option for failure. I can't.
Does he hold a lot of power over you in the sense that he can manipulate you when you're trying to get...
Yes. I'm not the first person. I'm not.
Well,
this is something that could even go on the news. It may soon. I don't
you need to get out of that.
You've had enough. And that right there is going to be the dynamic energy that's going to propel you forward. It's time for this to come to an end, and it will. In fact, Stacy and I are going to hold a space for you, and hope to hear from you next Friday during the shows.
After your
I've even been in counseling. I started counseling over this man 1.5 years ago, so I'm still doing that. I'm trying to get better.
Well, all I can say is I think you're doing the right thing. You've made the right decision. All you have to do is follow through.
So I even have my oracles out, and it says the witch at the end of the time. And if you see, she's got a little clock. She's got a little sand clock, and it's running out. So this is the last time that he's going to be able to have that power over you.
And then it's her power.
Yep.
Good. You guys make me feel good.
Well, I'm sorry, Karen, what?
I said you made me feel good.
Well, good, because we feel good about what we're sharing with you. And there is nothing he's going to do in retaliation or in any way. I mean, you are really going to shut him up.
That was one of my questions. He ain't got anything up his sleeve. He's not going to pull something drastic out on me, is he?
No, I didn't see anything like that. I feel it's a clean break, and he can find somebody else to
manipulate and use, because you're way too beautiful of a soul.
Yeah.
Just let him go, cut the cords, and take his physically take his energy. You can imagine as a black paint spot. I don't know why I want to say that, but like send it off into the universe until you can no longer see it again. Just let it float away from you.
I really feel good about this, Karen. We're going to keep thinking of you and hold you in our prayers. Please get back to us, would you? Because we just know you're going to have your life back.
Yes, I will call you next week after this
very
stressful day.
Thank you. We can't wait to hear from you, and it's wonderful that you called.
All right, thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Now we only have time for anything last minute.
Anybody else out there?
Anybody out there? Nobody? Everybody's so quiet tonight.
I got a text while we were reading for Karen. So Sarah's been dating this man, and they were supposed to go out tonight. She hasn't heard from him yet. Wants to know if she's been ghosted.
If she's being ghosted?
Ghosted, yep. What happened to him?
If he doesn't want to go, he could at least say so.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Women are the ones that lead you on.
Yeah, she said he's in the military, and maybe, I don't know, he got recalled somewhere or something happened. Hopefully nothing's happened.
Funny, you would always think it's the worst.
Yeah, you always think somebody's hurt. Maybe he's asleep.
He's laying in a ditch somewhere. Ooh, your 9 of hearts came up right away. Change.
Maybe he's changing his clothes.
You're going to hear from him. And I think it's a change of plans. So, might have to keep your party shoes at home tonight. Of course, with all the guys, I mean, there must be somebody that's a good backup.
I don't know. Maybe she does. Maybe she doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Maybe she does, Sarah. He's not the last man on earth. Ooh, and 1 extra card. Look it. She should remember what a beautiful woman she is. She has many attributes. I mean, she is one hot chick. So, Sarah, this is all going out to you. There are many more fish in the sea. Find yourself a dolphin, because there's very few. So I have a feeling this is going to be a relationship that likely will peter out. Okay.
Sorry,
so, Sarah, I just think you're going to turn your sights in a different direction.
So I got the sewer mermaid.
Yeah.
Which is a mystical beast of hanging out in dirty water.
Oh.
So I don't want to say that this man is not who he says he is, but he's definitely so in naval culture, mermaids kill sailors. So this man is like on a hunt to get as many women as he can.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
Clear out your energy and your aura, and also know that you're the one that's in charge of this relationship.
Can we quickly go to Summer from San Bernardino before we have to call it a night? Summer, are you with us?
Hello, ladies. How are you?
Oh, we're doing great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
We only got a couple of minutes, so honey, tell us what we can look at for you.
Okay, I recently got engaged in March, so just a few months ago.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. I was calling just because I feel like I have some concern over my fiancé and him still possibly being hung up on an ex, and now it has me thinking, you know, obviously to call you guys to see if there's something that you could tell me prior to, you know, setting a date or anything like that.
Summer, we are so close to having to turn the lights out. I'll tell you what, message me and I will give you this reading via email or message or whichever. Send me a message, okay, through the Psychic Love Doctor Show page on Facebook, or you can email me at Deborah@psychiclovedoctor.com, and I will definitely get back to you, okay?
And that's okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's DEBORAH, and I'll watch for it. I will be watching. Everybody, I want to thank Stacy.
It's a great
She's
time.
such a doll for coming in and doing the show with me. Daryl behind the camera. Oh, you do it so well. And to all of you, thank you so much for always being here and sharing the show with us, because without you, face it, we don't have a show. So to all, have a great week. We'll see you next Friday. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that are out there. We love you all. Take care. Mwah. Bye-bye now.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
So, you want to be in show business. Do people tell you that you're really funny? You have a great personality.